What's up, people? Come on in here and chat with the dribble. Got a few things I want to kick it with y'all about. These carrots are divine. You get a dozen for a dime. It's magic. Boom, boom, boom. C. Brown, what's up? Kendall Wixon. He said the trap queen was whack anyway. He said that, hey man, that's how these parts of Jersey get to it. We don't respect that shit. We don't respect the fentanyl hustlers. I think they D-League hustlers. They pathetic. I don't fuck with them. Anybody that got to resort to damn near killing a motherfucker to get them high, that's just perverted. Anyway, he said, damn, WAP was doing that thing. The moment that them feds associate his performance name with a deadly narcotic, it's going to get dark. It's going to get dark. Oh, interesting. That looks a lot better. He said, how was the Windy City? Windy. Nah, it was all love. I'm going to talk to y'all a little bit about that. I should have put that in the title. He said, Fetty going cocaine in America. You see Future said about Jada Pinkett on Twitter. Will Smith is in a situation, yo. He is probably of his own creation. I know many years ago, Pepper from Salt and Pepper said when they was, on the rise, when they was coming up in the 80s or whatever, Fresh Prince tried to talk to her. She said she wasn't feeling him because he was too nice, too much of a nice guy and shit like that. Some chicks ain't with that, especially chicks from like the inner city or chicks that got little hood with them. They not on that, man. They'll run a guy over, man, like it's almost a turn off to a woman. I'm pretty sure Jada Pinkett has been turned off, you know what I'm saying? He said, Will need to fight back. Will need to go on about his business, man. He's good looking. He's successful. He's pretty intelligent. I've heard him speak and shit like that. He's bright. He can get another woman. I'm pretty sure he got one. I hope she ain't trying to tell us nothing about him. He said, the feds is on rappers' ass right now. They better stop living their lyrics. They better make some changes. A rapper goes to jail almost once a month. A rapper goes to jail almost once a month. He said, this is the only time I support the police get these frauds off the streets. Facts. He said, Fetty just trying to stay afloat. Get a fucking job. Fentanyl kills people and shit. When it's sold in our communities, it kills our aunts, uncles, cousins. It kills children. It killed Mac Miller and shit. They just ran down on somebody about the situation with Mac Miller. You can't be giving motherfuckers that type of shit, yo. For real. He said, what the hell is up with Fetty? Obviously, he was trying to chase a dollar or something like that. Big fan from Harlem, digging the commentary. Pardon me. A lot of rappers don't know the feds have access to Instagram DMs. It shouldn't be nothing in an Instagram DM but adultery. It shouldn't be nothing else. It shouldn't be no criminal shit in the Instagram. It shouldn't be nothing in a DM like that. 90% of Percocets are fake. Doctors don't even get them shits out no more. He said it's the wrong dose of Fetty. That's all was always around. I don't know whether it was always around or not. In my era, it wasn't around. I'm pretty sure that there was other methods of cutting things and shit. Now they taking, y'all selling garbage drugs to people and shit. You trying to clean up garbage drugs with the fentanyl. You trying to put some kick in some garbage drugs and shit. And just get a fucking job, yo. You know what I'm saying? Because what goes around comes around. Y'all putting this shit out into the community and think it won't affect your family. Eventually it will. It will. He said, how else he supposed to make money? He ain't making no hits. Get a fucking job. Are you retarded? Are you retarded? Get a fucking job. It makes it seem as if there's no aptitude present. So he said, while the rappers coming in y'all lane now, music must be worth no money now. I seen a post by Meek Mill said he's never really made money off of music. I can understand why every one of these. It's the visibly easy thing to do right now. That's what y'all share this live video and shit. They slow sending out the notifications. Yeah, it's the visibly easy thing to do right now. I was listening to Hassan Campbell earlier. He was talking about the dirty side of YouTube. It is a dirty side of YouTube. It is. In regards to the entertainers, they don't do what I do. They don't do what I do. They don't. They pose absolutely no threat to the dribble. I got too much originality over here. You see my Kenny Anderson piece, right? First off, I'm in shape, look like a ball player. You feel me? I set the bar. First off, in shape, look like a ball player. The editing, tremendous. The filming, the direction, my jump shot, my good looks, that shit can't be duplicated. Sorry. He said, small local pharmacies all hustling fentanyl. I know a few white owners, they got cases on right now. Gully Scheme Team channel gone. All of the dirty YouTube channels need to be gone. Hassan Campbell was speaking about that earlier. I listened to Haas. Shout out to Haas. There's people present here with zero talent, talking about nothing productive every day. They don't need to be here. Shit. There's people who've been on here, let's just say a year. If you haven't learned anything from a guy after a year, there's something wrong. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. So aptitude. He said OG product on live begging for money. Yeah, all of these bum niggas and shit. All of these bum niggas. They keep doing the same shit over and over, talking about motherfuckers, black media personalities' names always in the title, a black dick always in their mouth and shit like that. Yeah. And it kind of spun out of control after the Queen's Flip interview with the brothers on the couch. We got the blood history. Shout out to Soul B, Corey King, all the guys that brought their truth. But it also brought a lot of dirt. It made a lot of guys feel, oh, I can do this too, or I can talk about the box too. Don't nobody give a fuck about your whole time. Hassan said this as well. We got guys that come to the internet and all they talk about is fucking jail. We don't fucking care about that shit out here. That shit is over. That's actually the low point of all of our life. If we went to prison, that's a failure and shit. That's nothing to be glorified, repackaged, and spoken of over and over and over. Who gives a fuck about your whole time, your box time and shit? If you was in the box, that mean, again, you weren't complying with the rules and shit. You dig what I'm saying? So that shit ain't amusing, man. Don't nobody even want to hear nothing from them niggas, man. Like, them niggas be talking about that they for the kids and all this type of shit. What could you possibly teach a kid? You's a fucking failure. Been in jail all your life. You don't own no business. You don't contribute to no commerce, no infrastructure, nothing. You just a regular ass, nothing ass nigga from the 1980s. You know what I'm saying? He said Mikey T YouTube career was over. The bullshit will grow old. It's repetitive. No, and every time a person get in front of these cameras, they give you an indication of their aptitude and their intellect. You feel me? Seriously. And a lot of these niggas can't hide being dumb as a motherfucker. He said, can't avoid that bad energy if you're feeding people with it. He said, how much money you make from YouTube a month? Nothing significant. Since you in my business, I'll share something with you. Live streams, like right now, these are this is the element of YouTube that generates money. It's promoted the most. You got the super chat, you got the donation buttons and shit like that. That's not really what I do. You know what I mean? I put together fire. And people don't watch that fire as much. They want to hear, niggas fighting and gossiping and suck my dick and meet me over here and fight me, So y'all might miss some of my content. Y'all actually miss because y'all come here for the wrong things and shit. You dig what I'm saying? But often the pieces that I give to y'all, the pieces that y'all get from me, I often spend money publishing them. I often spend money putting them together. For real. I often spend money putting them together. So it ain't really no profit. I like doing this shit. Look at my reward for doing it. I got to go to Georgia Tech and play ball and shit like that. You know what I mean? I'm rewarded like that. You know what I mean? My books, my business, my brands and shit like that. I got my own .com and shit. I'm a hustler. Everybody's not the same. They can cut the lights out on this shit right now. I'm going to still exist like a motherfucker. You know what I mean? All hip hop, no doubt. He said, Hassan said some wild shit about another YouTuber's kids. Maybe he was in some type of conflict. Mr. CR, where you been, my nigga? Mr. CR, LA, where you been? Was that you texted me the other day? Told me they took your page? They keep picking on Hassan Campbell knowing he not normal. He just wanted a regular childhood. I believe people have discovered that if you put certain people's names in your title, put a Hassan Campbell name in your title, put a Gully TV name in your title, you might get some type of attention. But y'all, this all is y'all the cause of this shit. Y'all the cause of this shit because y'all play audience to a lot of bullshit. Y'all play audience to a lot of bullshit, man. Like, y'all can't tell when a motherfucker wasn't raised right. Y'all can't tell when a motherfucker ignorant. Y'all can't tell when a motherfucker's values is twisted. At that point, when you discover that, there should no longer be an audience for the said person. It shouldn't. He said, peace, beloved. That Fetty got him dropping like flies in Boston. It's unreal. He said, that Kenny Jones next to my crib. I got a duplex on Bankhead Highway. That strip is in the process to get my real estate up. He said, Hassan a fake nigga too. What you mean by that? Hassan say some things that need to be said with no sugarcoat. He say some things that need to be said with no sugarcoat. He said that the Crips is becoming more popular than the Bloods because the Bloods are some dirty bum ass niggas. I know some blood niggas, they get to $1, they clean, they fly, shit like that. But predominantly, the Bloods are some dirty ass, bum ass niggas and shit. Look what happened with 6ix9ine. You got Shotty on the internet talking about some he down to his last 1,200. Them some bum ass niggas. People, Hassan says it. He jumps out there and he says it. Like, niggas don't be wanting to hear that because they cool with them niggas and shit like that. But some bum ass niggas, people need to say it and shit. You know what I mean? Gangs aren't, it doesn't create nothing positive. These niggas don't get no fucking money. You don't see these niggas opening up juice bars like Styles P. You don't see these niggas doing anything productive. They shouldn't be here. Straight up. They shouldn't be here. They shouldn't clutter the internet with their bullshit. Period. Shout out to M-Rec, just put out his own movie. We here to acknowledge people who actually getting busy and shit. We don't give a fuck about these niggas who cut on their cameras and just start talking about other niggas and shit like that. That shit corny. He said 10 toes down, met with Hassan Campbell, did an interview, didn't fight him, turn around with his name and title and start dissing him again. Exactly. Corny niggas like that. That should be like removed. If a nigga don't show you nothing, leave him the fuck alone. You know how many niggas I done turned to motherfucking to physical fitness. I done turned on the physical fitness here. You know what I mean, niggas? I done turned on to something holistic here, some fashion shit from yesteryear. You get food when you come here and shit. You know what I mean? He said, T.I. making affordable housing in the A. What you think about Jordan Tower? Regular Joe and shit. He don't do nothing but repeat what's going on. Like, let's say someone gets hit by a car. He gonna get on and say, hey, this is Jordan Tower today. Someone got hit by a car and shit. Like, there's no skill set to it and shit. It ain't nothing. He said, was you in a gang when you was doing your bid? Nigga, I'm from Pennsylvania. We not with that stupid shit. Our prison's not like that. Our prisons is governed by niggas that's built like that. Ain't no gang that can save your ass. The Sunni Muslims. I wasn't in no gang, but if you talking about a political power or something like that, gangs ain't it. Like when I first came to the internet, I was hearing like guys talking about Bloods cutting Muslims and shit like that. That shit don't happen in Pennsylvania. That shit have never happened in Pennsylvania. You try some of that shit with a Muslim, try that shit with a Sunni in Pennsylvania state prisons. See, don't them niggas erase your ass. Straight up. He said, Hassan isn't helping nobody just talking shit in his living room. I disagree. I think he says some things that need to be said. You got to stop paying attention to the messenger and just extract the message, period. Nate M, correct. Good evening, everybody. He said, you seen Dirty Dave channel got terminated? It should be terminated because they don't be talking about nothing and shit. Everybody should be required to put forth some respectable content that can be viewed by anybody and shit. Like nobody want to hear you get on here and cuss. We don't give a fuck about who got cut in 95. Y'all burnt all that shit out, man. Y'all going back to whatever the fuck it is that y'all do and shit. Straight up. My man said, Rolling Loud strikes again. How many people been arrested at that convention? Y'all think that that convention got some type of law enforcement backing? He said, yeah, I agree. Homeboy just begged for money and talked about evilness. Mm-hmm. To 90 Jake type boys who say they trying to turn people away from jail, but same time brag about the work. That's that bullshit. Yeah. Get the fuck away from them jail niggas. Get away from them jail niggas. When I came here, at some point I announced myself as a prison basketball legend. I didn't carry my basketball beyond prison and shit. I don't even talk about that shit no more. You know what I mean? I'm playing ball with reputed athletes now and shit. Word. He said, somebody sending the feds upon these rappers, something ain't right. Y'all like this video. Good evening to everybody. Fred. I believe anything dealing with real money has police involvement. Casanova was wheeling and dealing with Rock Nation. Now they didn't cut him off. He pleading for help. Nobody want to hear that shit, man. What you got to be the gorilla still. You said you was, I'm gorilla. You got to stay there. Don't nobody want to hear. Y'all giving out the wrong messages, man. Y'all giving out the wrong messages when y'all do that shit, man. For real. He said, Gunplay Ben said the feds is behind Rolling Loud. A lot of rappers got niggas in the street selling drugs. Fetty had 5, 6 #1 singles on the chart. Why is this dude getting jammed up with dope? Maybe he wasn't independent. Maybe he owed somebody that money. Did you see Noriega said that signing to a major is like getting a loan? That's it. It's like getting a loan. It ain't really. It's almost like a trap. I seen Snoop Dogg today explaining the difference. He said, independent, you can get big money, but there's a limit to that. There's a ceiling to that. He was saying that on those major labels, you'll get recognition all over the world. You'll be a part of music festivals and tours all over the world, whereas independent record labels might not have that type of power and shit. He said he trapped you with that advance. Basically, along with incentives, if you surpass the requirements, the way it was explained to me, it's not a good situation to be in. Let's say you got a little brother or son or daughter. She got a hit record and shit. Boom. Nobody know about this record but the family and, family and friends. It's a local hit record. When you take that to the majors, when you sign, that record basically becomes their record. They pay you to back up. Here go your little advance and shit. You back up. We got this marketing, promoting, and all of that. And it's just a slave situation. I fuck with your channel. You keep it 100. You diversify your content. You also speak your mind and don't bite your tongue. Cut of a certain fabric. I was born to win. I was bred to win. I got incredible parents and shit like that. These guys that you see with this bullshit, they not a reflection of their parents. Maybe they are. But nah, man. I came here with polish. A lot of these niggas have no polish at all. He said, Prince told people about the record industry long ago. The truth is, the new era hip hop is straight trap, and you're signing a deed to a bad life. They primarily signing people talking death music, genocidal music, with the drum, spin the block. That's what they doing. Bank said he was getting $1 million advances. Cass situation is sad as fuck. What makes Casanova's situation different than anybody else's situation? Casanova has some big records. I seen him in concert. I seen him perform in Club Live and shit. He has some big records. And he did something that I didn't think he was capable of doing. I thought he was too abrasive to make a record that women like. Casanova actually was putting them records out that was required to exist in this shit. He fucked up, man. You want help with what? You didn't have no help fucking it up. You fucked it up by yourself. You know what I'm saying? He said, this is how I feel about Snoop on Def Jam. The white man just manned the boat. They hired Snoop to put them kids on the boat for them. I'm glad you said that. That situation with Snoop seemed like it got an ulterior motive. I believe it has an ulterior motive. I was listening to him break it down. He told me, yeah, man, Def Jam is so important. It's so important to hip hop. I just wanted to bring hip hop back. And he went and corralled all the hot young niggas. It just looked like he got a motive. He said, I don't miss those Cass motivational memes. Me neither. Y'all like this video. He said, Snoop a clown. Why you say that? He said, niggas had more than enough instances to slow down and stay focused and leave certain shit alone. What artist has Snoop made? Snoop said he said today that he was speaking about Def Jam. He said Warren G was signed to Def Jam. He said my pen went off over there. So yeah, he did some work at Def Jam already. He said that. You heard it? He said that was my pen. I wonder what records Snoop wrote for Warren G. If a nigga wrote me a rap, he couldn't tell nobody he did it. You have to sign a gag order. This is mine. I'm buying this from you. Don't ever speak of this shit no more. Your name not going in the credits or nothing. You want payment now? There ain't no royalties coming from this record, my nigga. This is me. What do you think about Troy Ave? Entrepreneur. I ain't got a lot to say about Troy Ave. Troy Ave is well put together, and before he got in that situation, he was probably the biggest artist in New York at the time. You know, after Troy came Pop Smoke, and you know. He said Warren G never had a long career. That album will Regulate was not hot. You out your goddamn mind. You out your damn mind. See, that's something that we're not gonna have here. Just because you regionally biased. Warren G album was hot as a motherfucker. I'm pretty sure it went platinum. Warren G album was hot, had the twins on there. I can't remember who them chicks' name was. Had Nate Dogg all. Come on, man, stop playing. Stop playing. The five footers. He said Warren G went double platinum. Yeah. The fuck is this nigga talking about? We all bought that shit. Regulators. Warren G style was some different shit. Warren G style, the way he rap had a melodic, something melodic to it and shit. Yeah. This DJ, he gets down mixing records while they go round. Stop playing. G-Funk. Right. What cities is in here, man? Now that we know that everybody was listening to Warren G back in the day, y'all ran his ass up out of here with that bullshit. He said KRS-One should be at Def Jam. Snoop can't bring back East Coast rap. I don't know what he's doing, man. York, PA, North Carolina, Grand Rapids, Michigan. I just slid through there. New York City, Oakland, Houston, Brooklyn, New York, Chicago, just left there. Savannah, British Columbia, Baltimore, Amsterdam, Detroit, Port Elizabeth, New Jersey, Jersey City, British Columbia, Tampa, Tacoma, Washington. Appreciate all of y'all for coming through, man. Make sure y'all cop my book. If you don't got it yet, it's crack. It's crack. I seen niggas saying little slick shit about my book being 87 pages. I did that on purpose. I built that on purpose. Bill God, 87 on purpose. You dig what I'm saying? And if you read them 87 pages, it's some of the most potent literature. I bet you read it in one sitting. I bet you stop everything the fuck, read page one. You stuck. You know what I mean? Said I got to give me some shorts. www.therealdribble.com. He said, Butter Johnson said, Gully, what's good? When you gonna come to my gym? I'm only dude in New York City with his own basketball gym. Butter Johnson, where you located at? Where you located at in New York City with your own basketball gym? Do you know the types of niggas I could bring through there? I will bring through there. I show up with nothing but legends. I show up with nothing but legends to your gym, man, for a private run. Me, Future, Shane, Pharmacist, Crossing Guard, get a couple young niggas that's hot on the rise. Jelly fam niggas, come through. Tanisha, I'm working on it. Mr. Righteous Path, peace. How do you feel about James Harden ain't getting no fouls? When you start playing basketball, you don't consider fouls. You just consider scoring and doing your thing. He need to just do his thing and play within the rules of the game and let the refs do what the fuck they supposed to do. Seriously, he shouldn't come to the game looking for no fucking foul. Nigga, put the ball in the bucket. You know what I'm saying? He said, best gym you ever been in. Georgia Tech. University of Georgia Tech. He said, definitely supporting the book. Also, off the strength, you don't promote genocide on your channel. I spoke about briefly You ain't gonna get a whole bunch of drill fucking. What's Muwap? I don't know them niggas. I don't know nothing about that shit. Quando, Rondo, and shit. That ain't even of my generation or nothing. I don't care about that shit. You gonna get hip hop here. Shit that's potent. Shit that you gonna still recite and remember 20 years from now. You gonna remember what Cool Kim from the UMCs. You gonna remember what he said about the tech with Hove 20, 30 years from now. This shit over here is high impact. This ain't for the moment. Gully TV ain't for the moment. It's not. Tanisha said, them kids, them ain't our business. Exactly. He said, yeah, I watched that. You was definitely hyped and seemed to be enjoying yourself. That was like heaven, man. That video couldn't describe the Kenny Anderson era. Kenny Anderson had niggas running around playing with mouthpieces. Kenny Anderson had niggas cutting their hair like him with the part, like his face, everything. Everybody's wearing number 12 and shit. Like, drug dealer who contributed to Mac Miller's OD death accepts plea deal with 17 years in prison. Sayonara. Yo, Dribble, Meek really just did the garden. He top tier. People like Meek Mill's music. It might not be the expensive pain shit, but in totality, Meek is globally liked. Both coasts, I believe. Mark Smooth, thank you. He said, yo, that's what's up, Cool Kim. Man, that nigga's a beast. Cool Kim is a beast. I see why he was mad that the world only know him for being the UMCs. That nigga's a beast. I be posting his videos on my IG. Make sure you follow me. Gully TV World. He said, Marbury made me like Georgia Tech and Travis Best. I'm more Michigan, Fat Five baggy shorts. Georgia Tech wasn't just no basketball thing, right? For some reason, Georgia Tech was a fashion statement. It was. Big Daddy, I had this picture of Big Daddy Kane back in the day in the Black Beat magazine with the Georgia Tech snapback on. Fife Dog used to rock Georgia Tech. The shit was just some fly shit. Somebody made it fly shit. Seriously. Westbrook fucking up the Lakers. Somebody got to say it. He said UNLV was fly. UNLV was fly when they was winning. You don't see niggas still rocking that shit. That Georgia Tech that GT had, that shit just is fire. It's like I don't know, like a Yankee and shit. He said it's just a matter of time before Meek diss Rick Ross. Don't do it. Rick Ross would tear Meek to pieces in a battle. Don't do it. I could see him slow. You see what he did to Bird, man. I could see him slow flowing Meek straight to the cemetery. He said, Gully, I had the Georgia Tech starter coat. They said Meek and Ross Cruz pull straps on each other. I don't think he should battle him. Shout out to the Chicago Bulls. He said Michigan and Michigan State this weekend, both undefeated. He said Ross is too smart. He's going to find an angle niggas don't expect. Did y'all see his house? Did y'all see Rick Ross' estate? It's on YouTube. He got horses and that. This is when Diddy went to his house. Rick Ross got an unbelievable fucking estate. As a matter of fact, that was his house in Coming to America too. I didn't know that. He said house looked like a museum. Meek said he never violated a nigga that gave him a meal. Let's keep it at that. Yeah, Rick Ross' crib is just crazy. He said Ludacris just copped the first electric Mercedes Benz. He made a point of saying, he said, this used to be Evander Holyfield house. It's been some changes. He said it's been some changes. Rick Ross got the biggest pool in the Don't he got the biggest pool in the United States, or the biggest pool on the East Coast? His house got the biggest pool on the East Coast for sure. They gave him a role in the movie. How you black and you end up with the biggest pool in U.S.? Oh my goodness. How you black and you end up with the biggest swimming pool in the U.S.? Talk about you having your dribble right. Shout out to Rose. He said, I think it's the East Coast. That's something to brag about. He got the biggest swimming pool. He said Ross made a lot of money and fast. He said, and they say niggas can't swim. I seen Drake crib in Canada. It's too much going on. Rose house, it looks homely still. It looks homely. It looks warm. It looks like a home. Drake shit look like, I don't know what the fuck that shit is. A fucking castle or some shit. I don't know. I don't know what the fuck that shit is. He said, I'd be too paranoid to be in a house that big. Exactly. He said, Drake shit overwhelming. It's like a tourist attraction. It's too goddamn big, man. That ain't no goddamn house. How long do it take to cut the heat on? How long do it take to get the motherfucker warm? Big ass guy. This look like an old factory and shit. He said, motherfucker be living in your crib and you don't even know it. He said, it's definitely a mall. He said that Drake dwelling looked lonely. Exactly. That shit looked lonely as a motherfucker. Like, I don't want no crib like that. I gotta have a house. I bet you Drake don't spend no time in that big ass house. Who the fuck want to be in that big ass house? You a bachelor? It ain't that much pussy in the world. This big ass house. What the fuck? $6 million a year for maintenance. Ross got his grown ass homies living there. Boosie feel crazy if he alone in his crib. If I had a house with 30 rooms and shit, my closest friends would be welcome to come stay free. Come through, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Get on my nerves. Go to the second floor, motherfucker. We fall out anyway. He said, I remember Ross said some shorties was in his crib for like a week after a party. He said, all I need is 3 rooms. That's what I'm saying. He said, would y'all really? Mark Cuban had a mansion. He didn't have nothing in the motherfucker but a desk with a computer and I think a exercise bike. He didn't have no furniture or nothing. He said that's why 50 got rid of his. 50 said he was living in an $800 a month apartment, I believe. Ain't that much house in the world. 4-bedroom, gym, basketball court. I'm cool and shit. If I had like 30 rooms, I'd be forced to knock the walls down and turn it into a full court. Like somewhere. That'd be crazy. He said there's no such thing as 800 a month. Maybe he's paying 8,000 a month. I know it was an 8. Gully, come share a spotlight on Connecticut rappers. I have. Shout out to Brillo. Shout out to Brillo. What happened to Mugga Cap? Mugga Cap probably in jail. Mugga Cap Mick, what up, nigga? Mugga Cap was like that. Subscribe to the channel. It's a Friday. Good evening to y'all. He said 800 a month. He was paying 800 a month till he got Tyson crib. It was like 850, but he said he bought Mike Tyson crib because taxes were going to take the bread. Exactly. He said 50 Cent is trying to be the next Aaron Spelling, trying to be the first Curtis Jackson. He said, why these rappers make it then start with the drug game? We need breakdowns on streaming profits. We will probably get an idea what type of money that these guys actually be generating for music. He said, you like BMF? I love it. Whole Black America love that shit. Jermaine Harris, go buy you a starter jacket, my nigga. P. Cardi, I don't even know who that is. Listen, you gotta have fucking accomplishments to box with me and shit. You have to and shit. You have to. You just can't get online and just start talking and put my name in the tags and shit and expect some action. You gotta put some crack out, man. Didn't you just see me stroking like Dennis Scott? Didn't y'all just see me stroking it? Y'all have no idea of the magnitude of the Kenny Anderson video. I ain't gonna get credit for that until it landed into ESPN's hands or some shit like that. That's when I'll get credit for it. That's the baddest Kenny Anderson piece been out in the last 21st century. That's the baddest piece. In Brownsville, growing up, 3-bedroom was 800. Now 1-bedroom like 12 to 1500. He said they didn't see the spin move. Nah, man. Y'all missed that, man. I did my own reenactments. I got to be the first to do that. I shot it. Arliss Michaels shot some clips too. The clips when I was, that was Arliss Michaels. Shout out to the Chiller. We pulled that shit off. I was left to do the editing. You think what I'm saying? And I didn't edit my game. I let y'all see me out there shooting air balls and everything. Then y'all seen that temperature rise. And y'all said, oh, now this dribble god shit starting to make sense. Now it's starting to make sense. Oh, I get it now. We get it now. He said, we seen you throw the alley. I was throwing all types of alleys in that motherfucker, man. Shout out to Khalid Moore and shit. And they got hops, Queens. He said, Fetty Wap couldn't see the feds coming. You funny. They on them opioids and shit. It's killing too many people. They killing too many people. Carbon. I had on Air Max. I got on Air Max. He said they about to put Fetty on the shelf. They about to put niggas selling Fetty on the shelf. For real. It's causing too many deaths. Too many high profile deaths too. He said cats from Long Island got bagged. Young Bale, New Jersey. I see you. My man. Appreciate your super chat. Victor Sweet says, especially in the tri-state. He said, them dudes ain't finished. They're dudes to agents. Dudes tagging cops now. Kurt Smith had Kenny Anderson on skates when they played in the Capitol Classic. Kurt Trouble Smith got busy in that game. You can watch that on YouTube. I seen it for myself. Crack. He said, niggas still out here hustling like it's the 80s and 90s. The games have changed. Niggas haven't adapted, but the feds have. Cool Kim is fired. Cool Kim, one of the top MCs ever been on here. He is. He followed up his interview with me with a barrage of freestyles on Instagram. Y'all keeping up with him? Tyson Garcia, what up? Y'all share this live stream. Good evening. Dirty YouTube is dying. Planet Asia just dropped a fire joint. You got to go to my Instagram. Follow me at Gully TV World. You'll see that Planet Asia joint, that recent Planet Asia joint. You also see that recent Rome Streets joint. He said Treyway need to retire that gang chapter. They looking spooky out here. Corey Smith, thank you. Tanisha Ferris on my Gully TV Sports platform. Subscribe over there and shit. It's over there. The dirty side of YouTube. Yeah, them is the ignorant niggas. Listen. When you see somebody, whenever you see them, there's trouble, confusion. You could even see it in their face and shit. It's called devilishment. When you see that shit repeatedly, you're like, damn, is this all this nigga do? Is this all that this nigga is on and shit? You feel me? Like, damn, this motherfucker gotta be retarded or something. He gotta be retarded. Keep working, King. That ginger is that work. Would you be willing to go live with a federal agent? I already interviewed a federal agent. I already did that. It's already on my channel and shit. Ambidextrous. Yeah, dirty YouTube. Begging. Donation chasers. Donation chasing. You know what I mean? Don't bring much to the table, just a bunch of fucking bullshit. Black cloud ass niggas, slept rock ass niggas. Avoid the miserable and unlucky. You see a nigga is always like he on his period and shit. He always got a problem, always got some shit going on. Bee Stinger. Sure, you on IG. I ain't seen you in a minute. You used to contact me some years ago. He said it's Sonetta the dirty side of YouTube. I want your opinion. He said you funny, Slim. I am hip hop. Follow me, Gully TV World. We can make it happen. He said when you and Bosco went live, it was a classic. Bosco's not no dark nigga. He's not no Bosco. Don't come with a dark side. His shit is humor and shit like that. No matter what he say about a motherfucker, right? No matter what he say, first off, he ugly. You feel me? First off, he ugly. And he got his little sayings and shit. You know what I mean? It's a performance. He's in character and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure when you see him on Vlad TV, he don't be acting like that. He be just acting like a regular nigga answering questions and shit. I respect that. That's Bosco 100. That's what he created. Y'all get it now? That's a brand. He said he's a comedian, a former comedian. Parody. He said BMF is still strong. Members still rocking BMF chains on videos. It's a brand. He said Bosco just collaborated with No Jumper. He also boxed Gonzo. Rest in peace to Gonzo. Bosco is also in the Troy Ave music video. Bosco been working. That's called branding. Rest of them niggas don't be doing that shit. The rest of them niggas don't be doing that shit. Nothing that I just said about Bosco. The rest of them niggas, the dirty dark side of the dirty side of YouTube, them niggas, yeah. He said Fetty needs to get in that DC whip when you get in the gym pile. How you gonna do that? And he from New Jersey. They got their own car. You don't even know that if the nigga guilty already. You don't even know if he guilty yet. I know one thing. You don't want to be near that goddamn fentanyl. You don't want to be the face of the fentanyl case. The face of the case. He said them dudes in Chicago got switches. Chicago was a very interesting experience. I done been there several times, but I went a little bit deep this time. When you riding on the interstate in Chicago and shit, and you don't got 10 on your car, the people that be passing you by and shit, they be looking all in your shit. They be looking all of your shit. You like, damn, man, I feel naked as a motherfucker, man. Like, everybody is, like, falling back, hiding and shit. You don't want nobody to see you and all of that kind of shit. And I understand and shit. He said, if the feds snatch you, you most likely guilty. He said, tent mandatory. Everybody look at you, man. If you pull up at a light, on the East Coast, we don't be looking at motherfuckers and shit in the next whip and shit like that. We don't do that. Like, that almost leads to a confrontation of some type. You don't even too much be looking at. In Chicago, when you come to a stoplight, the car next to you on both sides, I peeped it. They like, everybody. I'm like, man. I told my man, I don't want to be around no action. All of them blocks that they rap about and shit like that, I don't want to be around none of that shit. Don't take me around none of that shit. What do? Take me around that shit. He said, how you run a light? He said, Oprah had Oprah and Michael Jordan in the 90s. How's the crime rate high? It's a beautiful city. The food is incredible. I'm like, damn, man, they be spraying this motherfucker up. He said, Haas, Ether, Mano, and Jimmy said, how y'all lobby boys when y'all live in mansions? I'm going to tell you why Mano a lobby boy. He's trying to piggyback momentum. It's a good career move for him to like get up under Jim Jones and shit, because Jim is branded and Jim got something that we like and shit. He put good music out and shit. That was good for him. Mano had nowhere to go. He had nowhere to go. He attached himself. So that's why he did it, Hassan. Boom, 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 boom. Chicago was just rated the most beautiful city in America. For real? I just said it was beautiful. He said, have you been there before they tore down the projects? Yeah. When I was a shorty, I seen the towers and all that shit. Good evening to everybody that's here. He said, what's up with the boy asking for fans to help with his case? I don't understand. He said, lobby means to influence. I don't know what it means to influence. I'm just telling you the truth on the music aspect. He said, Jim has stamped his last 2 projects. Jim always put out good music. He said, Mano had no life outside New York. We done talking about him. He's cooked. Let him go. Ice Cube ditches Sony comedy. Oh, hell no, after refusing to get the jizzab. Yep. He said, Jim been holding down Dipset for years, musically correct. I just told y'all, we ain't gonna be talking about niggas. He said, Jim is not a top 20 artist. He's a consistent artist, though. When people see his name, they listen. Ice Cube is sturdy and conscious. He said, after the verses, Dipset is extinct. I believe it's extinct. I do. He said, Jim a hustler, period. Correct. Like this video. Make sure y'all follow me on IG at Gully TV World. Make sure y'all follow me on Twitter at Gully TV1. And visit my website, www.therealdribble.com. Drizzy Beat, thank you. Brandon said, like it or not, Jim is the set. Black is Power said, Jim is bigger than Cam. Jim can definitely get most improved artists. This ain't just my opinion. He said, Joel's got George Washington teeth now. He said, Cam doing comedy skits on IG and Joel's is missing. Cam is in a TV show or some shit like that on Hulu. Might be a series. He acting. Paul Dunlap. That's what's up, man. Make sure you come to the dribble for the marketing and promotion of your next project and that one as well. Tax Tone, Troy Ave trials, man. That shit been so long ago. I'm out of the loop with it, man. I am. I think most of America is out of the loop with it. Just noticed somebody lost their life. Troy Ave on camera, walking out, fired a hammer. That's about it. I don't know nothing else. I can't remember nothing else. That shit was like 5 years ago. Wasn't that shit like 5 years ago? Probably 6. I bet they pay big bag at Rolling Loud. It's a Fed sting. ESTG might be okay. His management, they grabbed his management. Did you watch Shaheem on Drink Champs? Of course. It's been 5 years. That's a long ass time. That's 5 years pre-trial. Ooh wee. He said tax is cooked. Subscribe to the channel. I've been here over an hour, man. I appreciate y'all for coming through. Make sure y'all follow me on IG, Gully TV World. And I got to catch up on this NBA shit. And make sure y'all follow me at Gully TV Sports. All right? And grab the book from Amazon, or you can get the autographed copy from my website. I'm out of here. Peace.